Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. The message I received is, I know she's happy. The scripture comes from Ezekiel 34:17 through 19. As for you, my flock, this is what the sovereign Lord says. I will judge between one sheep and another, and between rams and goats. It is not enough for you to lead on the good pasture. Must you also trample the rest of your pasture with your feet? Is it not enough for you to drink clear water? Must you also muddy the rest with your feet? Must my flock feed on what you have trampled and drink what you have muddled with your feet? So God is saying that for someone, sorry y'all, I'm trying to make sure my food is not on the way. Okay. For someone, this is a message from God, okay? God is saying to be careful and tread lightly. Okay, there is a plan that you may have came up with, or there is an idea that you have came up with. There's something that you want to do, that God is going to grant this for you. God says he is blessing you with this. God says he is granting you with this. But be careful to not be greedy, okay? Because there is going to be someone that is going to be trying to test you with your greed. And I get that I know she's happy. It's like you're going to receive something. There's some kind of blessing, some kind of gift you're going to receive. And once you receive this gift and this blessing, there's going to be someone that is going to try to attack you. They're going to try to attack you with something else. They're going to try to attack you by putting something in front of you. So you are going to receive a blessing. And upon your receiving this blessing, there's going to be someone that is going to come and they are going to try to tempt you with something else. They're going to come to you with some kind of temptation. God says you have already received what you need. You have already... my drink thing got on my shirt. Y'all don't mind me. Okay, you have already... I just hate it. Okay, but anyways, God says that you have already received what you need. You have already received. God is already blessing you. God is already giving you a gift. And after you receive this gift, there is going to be somebody that is going to come and they're going to put forth the effort to tempt you with something else. They're going to put forth the effort to try to penetrate this. And they're basically going to be trying to... They're going to be trying to get you to overdo it, and that's really what they're doing. They're just trying to, they're pulling you into temptation, God is saying. It's going to be like you're going to receive something, like let's say you receive a job and you receive a really good job. It's a great job. It's the job you always wanted. And then here comes someone trying to tempt you with something else, like some other kind of job. But the job that they try to tempt you with is something that is not for God. It's not from God. It's not something that God would want you to do. It's not something that God asked you to do, regardless if it's something like you're cunning people out of money, or you're trying to persuade people to do something that God did not ask you to do, or a situation where you receive a house and your house is wonderful, your house is nice, and then somebody comes and they're trying to ask you, well, why don't you buy the house next door, or why don't you do this, and why don't you do that? And God did not ask you to do that. God is saying, do not get greedy like that, Or, okay, God is reminding me about how some people, they'll buy a house and then they'll go back and they'll buy 3 or 4 houses and they'll rent those houses out for extra income. God is saying that, while that's good for you, that's helpful for you, that's helpful for on your account. But, we live in a society now, like I know how Houston is. It's bad. It's very hard to get a house in Houston because normal people that are trying to buy houses only have a certain amount of money. And there are all these big businesses that are buying these houses and renting them out. And it makes it hard for a normal person to buy a house. It makes it hard for a normal person to own their own home. They have to rent out, and then they're paying rent 3 times what it should be. God is saying that he is watching your steps right now. Do not mock him. Okay, with the blessing that he gives you. He's going to give you a blessing, but you only get what you need. You don't need to. It's almost like you get your blessing and then you try to hinder other people from receiving their blessing by taking more than what you need. Just like God says, you drink. Must you also you drink, what is it? Is it not enough for you to drink clear water? Must you also muddy the rest with your feet? Okay, God is saying, like, be careful with what you do with the things that God blesses you with. I hear God saying one is enough in some situations. God is saying you don't need so much. Stop being materialistic and thinking that you have to earn a certain amount of money to have the things that you need. You don't need all of these things. You don't really, as I said with my how I used to be with Louis Vuitton bags, I would be excited about buying it, but once I get it, I have it and it's there, and I'm happy. That's just like the purses I have now. I was excited when I bought them and I saw them in the store and I had to have them and I bought them and now I have them and I love them. But, I do realize that it's not a necessity for me to go crazy. It's not a necessity for me to go out and buy a bunch more shoes or to buy more or anything like that. I just get what I need for the winter, get what I need for the summer. The summer is about to end now, so I'm buying winter clothes, but I don't feel the need to just go crazy. And that's what God is saying for somebody. You don't need to go crazy, okay? Don't be so obsessive and don't be so materialistic with the things that God is blessing you with. Be happy with what you have. You don't have to trample all over other people. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.